I'm about to walk into the therapist's office. Last time they mentioned face blindness. They think that might be the problem about me not recognizing people. I can't seem to recognize faces and it's making things difficult. Diary entry, Monday 7th of June 2004. I want to catalogue this so I can remember what people look like. But it's like all I'm doing is putting random lines on a page. The drawings feel incomplete, like they're not telling the full story. But if the drawings are here, then at least the people exist to me in some way. Even though I still really can't tell what these people actually look like. I have sketchbooks that contain the faces I see. These images never stay in my head. I just can't seem to recognize anyone. I just can't seem to recognize anyone. I just can't seem to recognize anyone. I never look at people dead on, always sideways. I constantly pick out the details on the edges of people's faces. There's an area just below the eye and to the side. I look at that. That way people think I'm making eye contact when actually my eyes are focused elsewhere. Very rarely do my eyes meet anyone else's. And if they do, it's fleeting. A slight glance, in an instant, just a moment, then I look away. It's intense, just staring at a face. If you concentrate on a face and nothing else, just focus your eyes on a person. It's an intense and intimate feeling, and I find it too much. I find it too much because no matter how hard I look, I never recognize the person. At least not the face entirely. Maybe the haircut, the shape of the nose, how the eyebrows sit below the forehead. Never the face entirely, just the outside details. And I worry that that is never enough. It's Tuesday, 10th of August, 2004. I have figured out that it's easier to not be around people. If there's no one to look at, no one to talk to, then there's no problem. When I was a kid, people would speak to me. In school, in the playground, everywhere. But I wouldn't notice them. Everyone just thought I was shy. People still think I'm just shy, but it's more than that. What I see is secret. My diaries, my photos, my objects, they are a form of resistance and they help keep my secret. But I just need time to myself to figure this out. Although it would be nice to talk to someone besides this cassette recorder now and again. When I look at someone, I really can't read their emotions. I focus my eyes, but I can't see what a person is truly feeling. Something is missing. A connection. When I watch a movie or read a magazine, I study all the faces intricately and I know that a face can tell so much. I know this because they are absent from me. A feeling like boredom. I think it looks like everything is heavy. It all falls down. The eyes, the mouth, they go down. When you are delighted, I think everything lifts. It's all up and it's all big and it's all present. Confusion, it looks like things go all over the place. Your face, your eyes, your features, they move in strange and peculiar ways. If you are slightly pleased, there is a gradual lift. Subtle, but it's there. Faces are important. I know this because they are absent from me. I'm pretty sure that this is a happy face. If I could see my face right now, I think that I'd have an angry face, but I'll never ever know. And the problem is when I bump into someone on the street. When I see family or friends, I just try to meet them at a certain place and at a certain time. That way I can look out for them and they can look out for me, and it makes the entire thing about me. Noticing the way someone walks is a big help. I used to walk to work every morning and I knew I would always pass the same people. There was this one person who would swing their arm like a pendulum when they walked. I couldn't see her face, but I could see her walk. I realized that I could use that technique for other people. I would use movement as a way of deciphering who people were. And if people are not walking or moving, then I have to find something else to look at, or I'm pretty much screwed. I used to know someone who had a scar just below their left eye. We were not great friends, so we never used to hang out together. But one time, I saw them outside of school. I recognized the scar, so I knew who it was. I said hi, he said hi back, and I thought that was cool because he had never shown any interest in me before. Maybe it was because I saw him. I saw him and I recognized him, and that was the difference. That was the connection. Clothes can also help. If someone has a particular style, or if they tend to wear the same colours, then it's more likely I can tell who that person is. Being around people who stand out can make them easier to recognise, but people tend to change clothes. And I don't want to be friends with someone's clothes. I'd rather be friends with a person. I met this guy in a bar. He seemed to know me and he asked what I'd been up to recently, but I just could not place him. Then he mentioned that he played guitar in a band and that he worked in a coffee shop, and then it clicked. About a month ago, we'd had a one-night stand. Anyway, we ended up back at his place again, but I could not recognise his flat. Usually, if I can remember where someone lives, then I can remember who lives there. So this got me thinking that he might not be who I thought he was. Then he got naked, and I knew it was definitely him. He had a very distinctive and absolutely massive cock. I don't think this is caused by stress. It's not like I'm stressed and then the problem happens. It's more like I notice the problem and this makes me stressed. The anxiety does not come first. Anxiety is a result of this, not what causes it, and anxiety does not explain why all these things happen, or why they don't happen. Most social interactions involve faces in some way, and I feel like I'm going round and round in circles. One advantage is that I can ignore people that I don't like. Even if I do recognize them, I can pretend that I don't, and then use face blindness as an excuse for being rude. I can't recognize a face, but I can recognize a total dickhead when I see one, and I tend to avoid those people. No one told me that I was missing something. I had to find that out for myself. I notice other things about people. Their warmth, their generosity, their gestures, their kindness, their clothes. But that means I always remember and recognize the people that I care about, regardless if I can see their face or not. So there's some things that I will not destroy. And there's some things that I need to. But I've spent too long thinking about which part of me I should erase in order to fit in. I have to just get on with it and concentrate on what is important, because what I see is secret.